Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Another card making video. This one is for our Stamp Around the World video hop, and our theme is insects. So that was a perfect excuse for me to use my lovely favourite stamp set at the moment, which is Sketch Butterflies. I've done so many cards with this. There's so much you can do with the different size butterflies and things, so, and it's got great sentiments in there to boot as well, so perfect excuse to use this again. And I'm going to bring in the Everyday Details dies as well, just to add a little bit of interest to the background panel. Okay, so real nice and simple card that we're going to make today. This one is Pretty Peacock and Summer Splash. So we've got a regal with a one of the new colours, one of the ink colours. So we're going to make this up with different colours. So I've just got a basic white card base here. I've got a basic white panel which is 3.5 by 5.25, and then we've just got a piece of basic black to go behind that. So I'll pop those to one side for the moment. Already die cut the Everyday Details rectangle there, so that's ready to go and put on the card when we're ready to do so. So we are going to need a bit of scrap. So as you can see, I die cut my butterflies from this bit for my original card, and the combo we're going to use is Blackberry Bliss with Petunia Pop. Okay, so I did have a question about pairing Blackberry Bliss with colours. Any of the sort of purpley pinks work really well with this colour. So we've got Petunia Pop. You could bring in Moody Mauve if you wanted something a little bit more muted. Here's Pretty and Pink. That's pretty. Okay, we've also got Fresh Freesia, which is obviously bringing in that more purple tone, and then Bubble Bath is there as well. Okay, so those combinations really do work well, and it works really well with the neutrals. Smoky Slate, it works well with and Crumb Cake. So just some ideas there, but we're going with Petunia Pop today. And I thought I'd just keep that kind of, I used an in colour with the sample card, so I thought I'd bring in an in colour for the card I'll make with you. Okay, so we need a large butterfly and two of the small ones. Okay, so our large one's going to be in Blackberry Bliss, so we'll get that inked up. Just some light tapping on the ink pad, just make sure it's nice and coated, and then we can pop that down. Just nice firm even pressure. You're not sort of, you know, bouncing on it or anything, just firm even pressure over the top. Lift it straight up and the image should be cracking, which it is. We'll need Blackberry Bliss for the sentiment. Then our smaller butterflies are going to be in Petunia Pop. Okay, just firm even pressure straight up. There we go. Okay, so we'll die cut those out in a moment. While we've got the Petunia Pop ink pad out, we'll just do a touch of ink blending. This is totally optional, but I felt like the panel here, the Everyday Details die, with some colour behind it, it really kind of popped out. So Petunia Pop is going to help it pop. And I'm not going to worry about this being a super blend or anything like that. I'm just popping that detail on the back, because once we put that over, you're only going to see the edges of it. Okay. And if we wanted to, we could blend that right out to the top as well. Okay. So you've got options really. Okay. I want it just in the middle though, I think. So I'm just going to pop that across the middle here. Not worry too much about any of that. And it's going to be darker at the edges and stuff like that, but that's fine. I just want that colour just to peek out like so. Okay, so that's our petunia pop done with. Okay, so we can pop that to one side, and we can die cut our butterflies. So let's pop these on. We'll just use a little bit of washi tape to secure these dies in place around the images. So we'll just pop that one there, and we'll pop this one on. So we're going to have two goes through the machine because we've got both butterflies here to die cut. I'll just run those through quickly. Okay, and that will just pop out that cardstock, no problem at all. Okay, and we're done with this one, and we just need to reposition this one. Secure that, and then just run that through. Okie dokie. If you don't have the dies, obviously you can fussy cut those out. Okay, so there we go. There's our die cut elements ready to go. And we can start popping some things together. Okay, right, let's layer this onto our black panel. So we'll just use some seal across here. And as always, just lay that down, make sure your borders are nice and even at this end, and then the rest should take care of itself. So obviously I do it that way around as I'm a lefty. Okay, this is going flat on the card. We're not adding any ribbon or anything like that to this card. We're keeping it really nice and simple today. And then exactly the same, we're going to just layer this on. It is a smaller panel, so just again, but if you just make sure that these three edges look even, she'll be okay at the top then. Okay, we'll stamp a butterfly in here, or two in there, shall we? Just to finish it off. I'm trying to be better at making sure I finish off the inside of my cards with just something that pulls in those images from the front. There we go. Leave that open just for a second while that dries, and then while we're doing that, we'll just shape our butterflies just so that they sit nicely on the card. I've got this tool thing. You can use whatever you want. Just use your thumbs and fingers and whatever. But adding a bit of shape to these is always nice. And for the larger butterflies, I like to just pop a mini dimensional on the back of those larger wings at the top, which means they won't completely flatten, especially if you're posting this. Okay, let's just make sure that folds nice and sharp. We'll pop our die cut onto the front, and again you want to be looking to get the left and right border even there. Just a teensy bit. Before you press it down, you've just got a moment just to slide it up and down if you want to. There we go. And then the sentiment is going to fit in underneath. So we're just going to pick up the Blackberry Bliss on this stamp, and we'll just pop that in underneath there. Okay, and just firm pressure onto the top of the stamp, lift up, and that's in place. And then we're going to use some wet glue to help us with gluing these down, and this will give us both. It's going to be nice and secure because we're not putting them down flat, they're going to be dimensional, but it will also, did I put the backings off? No, I didn't. Allow us to sort of move things around a little bit if we need to. Okay, so this guy's going to, ooh, whoops. So I'm going to clean up that glue. So I'm just going to take off the worst of it right now. Just with a paper towel. There we go, tissue or something. Okay, and if necessary we can use the glue eraser to make sure that there's nothing sticking on there. So don't drop your items onto your card. So this is going to flutter off the sentiment, if you like. Okay, and then I want these guys just to sort of be fluttering around the background, so they're peeking off the edges of these other elements, which also looks really cute. Well, I think it does anyway. Okay, so obviously those will take a minute to dry. Press down those wings now that I'm happy that everything's in the position that it needs to be in. And that is the finished card. So this was Blackberry Bliss and Petunia Pot. This one was Pretty Peacock with Summer Splash. Really, really nice. Really pleased with how those have turned out. Do have a look in the description. There's going to be links to other videos for you to hop through. All with the insect theme. I suspect there will be a lot of butterflies in that lineup. But obviously, you know, you can do whatever you want. Really, really pleased to how this turned out. I hope you find it inspiring. I hope you enjoy the hop. Do stay safe, take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.